Hey, this is number 4 on the exam 3 review. So in number 4, we're given a function, f of x equals x squared minus 3x plus 1. And we're asked to evaluate it at some different values. So the first thing we're asked is f of 2. So all we're going to do is we're going to take our function. And I like to start by doing open parentheses everywhere I have an x. Okay, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to fill in all of those values with a 2. So basically it's saying if we input a 2, what will we get for our output? So that would be 4 minus 6 plus 1. So that would be negative 2 plus 1, which would give us a negative 1. So this is just saying if I input a 2, I will output a negative 1. So for part B, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start with those open parentheses, and then I'm going to go back, and everywhere I have an open parenthesis, I'm going to replace it with a negative 3. So remember, negative 3 is in parentheses, so negative 3 squared will be positive 9. Negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9, and plus 1. So that's going to give me a value of 19. So if I input a negative 3, I'm going to output a 19. All right, so for C, it's asking me to replace x with k. Well, this one's going to look just like the original function. It's just everywhere I have an x, I'm going to put a k. So it would just look exactly like that. Now, D is the trickiest. I want to replace x with k squared minus 1. So for this one, I'm going to go through and do the open parentheses again. I'm going to make my parentheses a little bit bigger this time. Okay, so I'm going to go through, and everywhere I originally had an x, I'm going to replace x with k squared minus 1. Now you'll notice on this first one we are squaring, so remember I have to FOIL that. So I'm going to go ahead and write that out twice. That'll be k squared minus 1 times k squared minus 1. And I'll FOIL that on the next step. I'll distribute my negative 3. Negative 3k squared plus 3 plus 1. All right, so now I'm going to do my FOIL. K squared times k squared is k to the 4th minus 1k squared minus 1k squared for the outside and inside. And then negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. I'm going to bring everything else down. And now I just need to put my similar terms together. So I have 1k to the 4th. Now I have a bunch of k squareds. They're all negative, so I'm going to add all those numbers together, and that'll be minus 5k squared. And then just put my constants together. I have a plus 1 and a plus 1. So that's going to give me a, oops, I missed one. There's a 3 as well. So that will give me a plus 5. All right, so that would be f of k squared minus 1.